Good morning children. Welcome to today's class. And the last class we studied about the stars in the solar system we started. Under that we studied the moon, the phases of the moon and the moon surface and the stars we studied. Is it right? Yes. And today's class we are going to study about the constellations. Okay children, just let us come, all of you will just move to the sky and just observe the sky a few minutes. When you observe the sky a few minutes and we see that a group of stars are moving from the east to west and they form in different shapes also. Okay, the stars forming a group that has recognizable shape is known as constellation. Let me repeat what are called as the constellations. Okay, the stars forming a group that has a recognizable shape is known as constellations. Okay, you can easily identify the constellations in the sky. Okay, some of the famous constellations we learn now. The first one is Ursa Major. It is also known as Big Dipper and it's also called as the Great Bear and it's also called as the Saptarishi. Okay, the Ursa Major has given the three names. The first one is, it's known as Big Dipper, the Great Bear and the Saptarishi. Okay, why this is called as a Saptarishi means there are 7 prominent stars in this constellation. We can see that's the reason it's also called as an Saptarishi. Okay, yes. Just look this particular picture children. And you observe this one, it appears like as a big ladle or a question mark. Okay, yes. What is the meaning of the ladle? Just like as a handle we can say that. It appears like as a big ladle or a question mark. Okay, if you see this particular picture and there are 3 the stars in the handle and 4 in its ball. Okay, yes, just look this particular picture, how this how we gave the name as Big Dipper. Dipper in the sense just like as an handle has attached with the ball and they used to see this boy is what he is doing, he's drinking some water, the little water he is drinking, just like it is look like as an the ladle or ladle consists of the 3 stars and the ball is made up of it than the 4 the stars. Okay, altogether we can see that there are 7 prominent stars we'll see in this particular constellation and that's called as an Ursa Major. So what are these 7 constellations? What comes under this? What are the names of these 7 stars as we call as Saptarishi? The first one we'll call it as the Bay. The second is Merak and third is Specda. Fourth one is Megrez. And 5th is Elliot, 6th is Mizra, and 7th is Alkaid. Okay, yes, let me repeat: Dubai, Merak, Pegda, Megraj, Elliot, Mizra, and Alkaid. Okay, children, these are the 7 names of the stars. That's the reason this is also called as a Saptarishi. It looks like as a Big Dipper and it's like as the Great Bear. It appears like as a Great Bear and it's also called as the Saptarishi and the 7 names of these stars is we already learned it. Okay, just come to do a small activity just during summer on a clear moonless night. Look into the sky. Okay. So if you look to the sky, look towards to the northern part of the sky. Okay, yes, look this particular picture and we can see that how how this star it will be up here. Look towards to the northern part of the sky. Look at the 2 stars at the end of the Ursa Major. Okay, well, what are the two stars? This the handle has the two stars. Look at the two stars at the end of the Ursa Major. Okay, yes. Imagine just a straight line passing through. A straight line is passing through these stars. Okay, just imagine. Extend this imaginary line towards to the north. Okay, and this line, it leads to the star which is not so bright. That particular star, we'll call it as a pole star. Okay, yes, during summer on clear moonless night at about 9 p.m. around like that time, just look towards to the northern part of the sky. Okay, look at the two star at the end of the Ursa Major and imagine a straight line is passing through these stars. Just extend this line towards to the imaginary line towards to the north, and this line will lead to a star which is not too bright, which is not so bright. So that particular star is called as a pole star. Okay, observe sometime this particular pole star. Just we can see that it does not move, but other stars move from the east to the west. The pole star does not move, but other stars it will be moved from east to west. Okay, yes. So now just when you are observing the sky, just frame the two questions. Is that Ursa Major is revolving around the pole star, or just is moving from the east to the west? How you feel? Just that you can make a note. During the night time, with the help of your parents at the 9 p.m. during the summer late clear moonless night, if you observe, and we can very clearly we can see that the pole star in the center and Ursa Major is revolving around the the pole star. Okay, so this is about the first constellation which is called as an Ursa Major. Okay, just we are moving to the second constellation, that is an Orion. Okay, yes, this is also the well-known constellation, and that can be this can be seen during the winter in the late evenings. Ursa Major is in during summer on a clear moonless night, but whereas coming to this Orion, and this it will be seen during the winter in the late evenings. So this is a very magnificent constellation in the sky. Just look this particular picture. Maybe it also has an 7 or 8 the bright stars. This is the combination of either 7 or an 8 bright stars we'll see. And this particular star. So Orion is a magnificent constellation, and when you will see this particular, when you have to see this, the winter in the late evenings. Okay, and it is also has 7 or 8 bright stars, and this star Orion is also called as a hunter. Okay, you look this particular picture, we can see that there are the three middle stars. They represent the belt of the hunter. Okay, just they like as a belt, the 3 middle stars. Okay, the 4 bright stars appear to be arranged in the form of an quadrilateral way, just like as in the form of the quadrilateral, the remaining 4 stars it will be appear. Okay, it's also called as a hunter. The hunter has 3 the middle stars. They represent the belt of the hunter, and there are the 4 stars. They appear to be arranged in the form of a quadrilateral. Okay, so close to this Orion there is an Sirius. Just look this particular star, Sirius. It is a very bright star. It located very close to the Orion. Okay, yes, let me repeat about the Orion once again. This is also the very well known bright constellation, and we can observe this particular star in interseason and during the late nights. Okay, this is a magnificent constellation, and it also has a 7 or 8 bright stars, and it is also called as an hunter. When you observe in the middle there are the 3 stars. It just represents the belt of the hunter, and there are 4 the bright stars. It appears to be arranged in the form of an quadrilateral stars, quadrilateral shape. Okay, and very close to this particular Orion star, there is an the bright star that's called as the Sirius is the located. Okay, children? Yes. The third star constellation is Cassiopeia. Okay, this is an another prominent constellation in the northern sky. This one visible during the winter, early part of the night. Look this particular picture, the Cassiopeia. It looks like as an distorted letter, either W or an M. Distorted in the sense just like stretchable. It looks like as an distorted letter, either W or an M. That is about the Cassiopeia. The last constellation is Leo Mesa. The fourth one, the Leo Mesa. It lies in the northern sky. It is one of the zodiac constellation, and it's also one of the largest constellation in the sky. Okay, children, that's all. There's four. First one I explained about the Ursa Major, and the second one we studied about the Orion, and the third one is an Cassiopeia, and the fourth is an Leo Major. Okay, children, and about these four constellations and the stars, there is a small video I am forwarding. Please observe this the video also. In the next class, we'll study about the solar system.
Hello, welcome to Video Jug and a deeper look into our solar system. What is a constellation? When you go outside on a dark, clear night, you look up into the night sky and see hundreds, if not thousands of stars randomly spread across the sky. How do you tell one from another? The answer is, you learn the constellations. The constellations are totally imaginary things that poets, farmers, and astronomers have made up for over the past 6,000 years, and probably even more. The real purpose for the constellations is to help us tell which stars are which, nothing more. On a really dark night, you can see about 1,000 to 1,500 stars. Trying to tell which is hard. If you were shown a map of the world, you would easily recognize the continents and countries. Then you would be able to pick out cities and towns. Well, let's split the sky into continents, countries, and cities. The constellations help by breaking up the sky into more manageable bits. For example, if you spot 3 bright stars in a row in a winter evening, you might realize that's part of Orion. Suddenly, the rest of the constellation falls into place, and you can declare, there's Betelgeuse in Orion's left shoulder, and Rigel on his foot. And once you recognize Orion, you can remember that Orion's hunting dogs are always nearby. Then, you might recognize the 2 bright stars in the upper and lower left of the photograph as Procyon in Canis Minor and Sirius in Canis Major. The constellations change throughout the year. In winter and early spring, we have Orion dominating the sky. His arch-enemy, Scorpio, is high in the southern sky during the summer months. From the northern hemisphere, Ursa Major, or the Great Bear, never disappears beneath the horizon. We have now broken it down into the Plough, the Chariot, or in the USA, the Big Dipper. Follow the 2 stars at the end of the Plough, known as the pointers, and they point to the North Star. Follow them downwards and they point to Leo the Lion. Using one constellation helps us find many more constellations. Let's go back to Orion. Follow the stars in the belt up past the star Betelgeuse in his left shoulder, and we come across Castor and Pollux, the 2 bright stars in Gemini, the twins. Follow his belt in a line upwards, and we find Aldebaran, the eye of Taurus, the bull. There are 88 recognized constellations in the sky. Some take a little more imagination than others to see them. Here is Capricorn, the goat. And here is Cancer, the crab. And the W shape of Cassiopeia, a beautiful lady sitting in a chair, needs a lot of imagination. What about Pegasus, the winged horse? And here is Perseus the prince. all once famous names from mythology. Perhaps we spend too much time in front of a television to really let our minds run astray. For more intriguing information about our solar system, check out our other films here on VideoJug.
That's all for today, and stay safe and enjoy your day.